Okay, so I wanted to start this video off and give a quick shout out to Karki for Life. He said he wished, he or she, I'm not sure, but wished my cat well in her surgery, and we got great news, and she's going to be perfectly fine. We thought it could have been cancer, and, it wasn't looking too good from how the doctor explained it to us, but everything went well, and she's perfectly fine. She's home now. Huge sigh of relief. These last few days were really stressful, but after we got all the good news, I managed to find time and buy some Blu-rays. So here's what I picked up. I actually got these two uh, a few weeks ago. I got them for $3.99, but I lent them to Motown Cinema, my buddy John, and I seen him today, and he gave them back. He really liked both of them, highly. Just probably just as much as me. I got Scorsese's Shutter Island. Really loved this movie when I seen it in theaters. I've seen it a few times since, and just a great movie. It made my top 10. It was like number 8 or 9 of that year, and that was a really good year. So I really enjoyed Shutter Island. Um, it's just such a well-made movie. I'm going to talk about Leonardo DiCaprio a little bit later on, but here's another great film of his. One that he got nominated for this, but he also should have been nominated for The Departed in the same year. I think he should have been nominated twice because he was fantastic in both films. But just as a acolyte in his career, it was just a fantastic year for him, and they should have recognized him a little bit better. But whatever, he got one nomination. He should have got a win for either of them. I don't care. But I'll talk about him a little bit later on, probably in a few minutes. But this next one is a movie that you guys, I've talked about how much I love Judd Apatow, and if it wasn't for Judd Apatow, both of these two guys wouldn't have jobs. And absolutely love Pineapple Express. Just a hilarious movie, and it's just a fun movie. Fun buddy cop bromance, or not buddy cop, but buddy bromance. You know, action movie. I think it's really good. It's up there with Zombieland and one of the best action comedies in the last, 5, 6 years. Really love Pineapple Express, but when it comes to, um, I'll talk. I'll end up doing something about Seth Rogen. I just absolutely love Seth Rogen, and it's not my favorite movie, but that's super bad. That's probably my favorite Seth Rogen, or Knocked Up, or Fun. I don't know. I love Seth Rogen, but yeah, I really like Pineapple Express. Anyway, I just rambled up about nothing for a minute. This next one is another comedy that I I see a lot actually. Not like I see it in stores a lot, but I actually watch a lot, and that's because my dad really likes it. That's Office Space. Whenever he watches it, I end up just sitting there and watching it with him, and it's just a really funny movie. Probably wouldn't make my top 30 comedies of all time, but regardless, still a really funny movie. This next one is a movie that I really admire, and I know a lot of people dislike it, or they really love it, and I'm right there with the loving it, and that's Juno. If it wasn't for Juno, we wouldn't be getting these, we wouldn't be getting the safety not guaranteed because I mean Juno and Little Miss Sunshine, they opened the door for indie comedies, and there's so many great indie comedies that come out every year because of Juno. And Jason Reitman is a great director. I absolutely love Up in the Air and um, Juno, and I really like Young Adult, and Thank You for Smoking is hilarious too. So I just really like Jason Reitman. I'm curious to see what else he's got going on. I know he's got a new one. I think it's called Labor Day coming out this year, so we'll see with that. This next one is a movie that I do enjoy, but I don't love it. That's Brothers. I really like Jake Gyllenhaal in this movie right here, and I think he's very good in this movie. But the film itself didn't blow me away. Storyline, you know, didn't blow me away. It could have the trailer for. If you haven't watched the trailer for Brothers, do it because the trailer is fantastic. If the movie were as good as the trailer, it would have been in my top 10 movies of the year, but it wasn't. Regardless, I still like Brothers. For $3, I got all these for $3. $2.99, so you can't really beat it. This next one, another Seth Rogen movie that I really admire. Zack and Miri Make a Porno. I love Kevin Smith. I like watching Kevin Smith's Q&As and listening to his podcast. In one of his Q&As, I believe it's Too Fat for 40, he talks about how Zack and Miri, he kind of did and he was just honestly trying to rip off Judd Apatow. He admits it, and I really respect him for that, because if you watch the movie, you kind of do go, this isn't really like a typical Kevin Smith movie. It's more like a Judd Apatow movie, and he talks about how he wanted to be Judd Apatow because Apatow released movies that went over 100 million. He never did, and they were kind of doing the same thing. They were both making R-rated comedies, great dialogue, stuff like that, and he wanted to do that, so that's why he made Zack and Miri. And it was I think the critics liked it, but I know it didn't make its money back, or it didn't make a lot of money. It opened pretty poorly, and it's just a good story. So check out Too Fat for 40 if you have a chance. This next one is a movie that I enjoyed when it first came out. I wanted to check it out since, and the reason why is I always go on Amazon and I look under books, and I type in books like Perks of Being a Wallflower, because I really, you guys know my opinion on the movie, and I'm looking for something to read similar to that. And I always see this as a book that's suggested, and it's kind of a funny story, and I can see why. Obviously there's the similarities, but the movie itself didn't blow me away. I did enjoy it though. There's a great use of music throughout the movie, and I love Emma Roberts. Yeah, I always say Emma Watson or Emma Stone. I just get those three confused. Don't know why. That word Emma, I just pop out whatever one comes to my mind first. So I love Emma Roberts in that movie, and I actually really like Emma Roberts in it. It was a fun, enjoyable little movie. I'd like to check it out again. So tell me what you guys thought of all these movies. Especially, it's kind of a funny story. This next one is a movie that I talked about how great Leonardo DiCaprio was in his stretch from, I'd say, Catch Me If You Can. I mean, really, if you think about it, he was great ever from, his entire career. He really doesn't have too many hiccups. But the one hiccup in the 2000s that I think he does have, except for J. Edgar, because that movie blows, is Body of Lies. It's not a bad movie, but it's not necessarily a great movie. It's the one movie that I just thought it didn't blow me away. I'd probably give it a 7, which is an admirable grade, I would say. But just didn't blow me away. I would say most of the other movies, all the other movies in the 2000s, I'd give 8s and higher to. So that's the one little hiccup. So these next 5 are all ones I didn't see. So please tell me what you thought of them. Number 1, the first one is The Reader. I hate this up here, but it's not on the spine, so I don't care. I never checked out The Reader. I know Kate Winslet won an Oscar. It's got a great cast. I like Kate Winslet a lot. $3, you can't beat an Oscar, winning an Oscar caliber movie. And I've heard good things about it, obviously. So this next one is a movie with a great cast, and my buddy told me that it's an enjoyable little movie, and it's charming at most, but nothing spectacular. But for $3, I figured I won't be able to get it next time through at my Blockbuster, so I picked it up. 10 Years. Love the cast. I'm not going to name all the cast, but some of the guys that I really like: Chris Pratt, Aubrey Plaza. I like Channing Tatum, Kate Mara. Whole nine. Great cast. This next one is a movie I bought, honestly, a while ago. I bought it on DVD. I never watched it. I lost the DVD. I think I gave it to my buddy Tom, and so it's Be Kind, Rewind. I love Michael Godrey's work in Eternal Sunshine, and so I figured I'd check this out. It's a movie about movies, so it's gonna be full of references, and I like Jack Black a lot. So tell me how you what you think of Be Kind, Rewind, because I clearly I love movies, so hopefully it's just great references and stuff. Bolt is one that I think it had a cute trailer. I wanted to check it out, but I never got around to it. I think everyone goes through a mood at least once or twice a year where you just want to watch kids movies and go back to your childhood. And I got a bunch of kids movies, and next time I go into that mood where I want to watch just a bunch of animated movies, I will watch Bolt. And then this last one is a movie that I've been wanting to check out, and that is Good Night and Good Luck. I like Ides of March. It's the only George Clooney movie that I've seen that he's directed, but I've heard a lot of great things about this. I really like George Clooney, and it's got a great cast. Interesting subject matter, and great cast. Bunch of nominations. Figured I'd buy it. $3, can't beat it. I've been wanting to check it out. But yeah, those are all the titles I picked up. Uh, thank you guys for watching. There's a final shot. Thank you guys for watching. I won't have another Blu-ray update probably till next week. But thanks again for watching. Like always, like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you guys think of the movies that I haven't seen of all the pickups. You know the drill. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it.